Well, good evening. Back out in the shop tonight, just kind of bringing you up to date on part 5 of the Polar Lights 1350 NX01. And last time you saw me, I was talking about in part 4, I had the nacelles. I had one ready to go, one painted and ready to go, and the other one was half done. Well, now I've gotten everything, I've gotten it all, gotten them all done and gotten them all, repainted and reprimed. Sanded and all the seams done and taken care of, and they look, they look real good. I'm very pleased at how this is turning out. So, I see a spot that I'm going to have to fix right there though, but we'll take care of that a little bit later. But once I got them both together, and assembled, I hooked them up to the main board, and I had realized that the I had the lights going away from each other, and they need to be going in. So I didn't want to tear the nacelles apart again to figure out which way to go on how to do that, and I started looking, and let me zoom in here on this paper on the diagram here. I figured out that the purple and the white are the rotation on the Bassard collectors, and so what I did is it shows originally purple to go to terminal number 12 and the white to go to terminal number 10, and I just reversed those, flipped those two around, and I got them to go the way they're supposed to. So I got that taken care of, because I really didn't want to have to take these back apart again and switch everything out. So glad I've got that fixed. So now everything's working the way they're supposed to, and now we're just ready to go on these. So let me move these aside real quick, and I got my two back halves together. I've got, this is the top half. I've got my blue crystal here on top. I've got a there was supposed to be just like 3 lights here, but I decided to go ahead and kind of think out of the box and do my own little thing here, and make this one a strobe. And because I thought, just the 2 strobes, the one behind the bridge on the top saucer, and then one right about here on the main body, which is right here. I thought about that, and I was kind of like, well, I didn't really want that to be like that. So just the two on the saucer section, and then I just didn't like that idea, so I decided to go kind of think out of the box and do my own thing here, and add a strobe there on the top, and then I did a strobe here on the bottom, to where, you see in the show, you can see it as it passes by the bottom, it has that strobe on the bottom. And what I did is I did that, and then I took 2 5mm blue LEDs for the impulse engines, and on the board it has a spot for you to wire in the impulse to where they'll flash, and I did that, and I just didn't like how it looked, in my opinion. There's nothing wrong with the board and the way it looks, I just wanted to do something different. And so I just hardwired them in, so that way when it's on, it's just a constant on. It's not flashing or anything else like that. So I just kind of wanted to do my own thing on that. So what I did is I put 4 LEDs, 4 5mm LEDs to cover in, the 2 here on those little holes. And let me zoom in so you can see what I'm talking about. if I can zoom in without it losing its focus, but you can see these two holes right here. Those are going to be you know, blue, and then this one right here is I turned it into a strobe. So so what I did is I just ran let me back you out just so you can get the whole, whoops, so I can get the whole thing right there. So what I did is I just ran my positive wire all the way through, and then ran my negatives all the way through, and I just Boyd did something with his that I liked, and Ralph from Tenant Controls, his boards come with resistors, are, you know, a resistor powerful enough to where you shouldn't have to run resistors off your strobes and you know, your main power stuff, but you do anyway, just for added safety. But I just ran one resistor through the whole all four of these, and then they work, you know, real good. And then I ran a resistor off of the strobe on the bottom. So let me see if I can't plug it in and show you the light on the main power. That way you can kind of see what I'm talking about, how nice and well these light up. So let me turn my light off, and you can see how nice and bright those light up. Now again, keep in mind that the camera is going to always overexpose these, so they're not as bright in person as they are on the camera. So, but they're going to turn out to be real nice. You can see the blue shining through, and if I put these up here on the top, you'll be able to see the blue coming through the, whoops, I lost my connection. Hang on. But if you see up here on the top, I'm not going to put these together because they're kind of, I don't want to put all that together, but you can see the blue coming through the top on the top side here. So we know that's going to work well. And then the impulse engines are going to have, you know, two separate pieces that go in right there, which are going to be these pieces here, and they're going to sit in there something to this effect with the once you get the two halves on, and then you have the lenses that go in there. So you know, it works out real well. I'm very pleased with this. And then let me take this off here so I don't touch wires. But right here on this kit, this is the kit comes out of the, you know, the original release, come out of the red box. Well, the stand for this one has the two poles, the two clear pieces that goes one here and then one on the other side, and then the one on the bottom of the bottom side of the saucer right here. And that's where the stand goes for it. And when they did the re-release, they did it to where you have the pole and the round dome. So, but I'm not going to be doing that. Let me show you what I did to the base. Is what I'm going to do is it has the three. Let me back out here so I can show you a little bit better. But it has the three spots right here. For the dome, you know, the poles to sit in. But what I'm going to do is sand this down and paint it maybe I don't know, maybe a black or a silver, or even the same color as the ship. But I'm going to drill a hole right here and put my you know, my all thread right here in the center. That way it'll be balanced out. And I'm going to probably, I don't know if I'm going to do any kind of lighting on this one or not. I know I'm going to have to raise, if I use this base, I'm going to have to raise it up just a little bit so I can get my switches on, and so I may just do a few LEDs in here, blue LEDs or red LEDs. I'm not sure which ones I'm going to do yet, but just enough to kind of give it a nice little hue on the bottom. So that's what's going on, and it's coming along, folks, real well. You know, the next time you see me, this will be tonight. I'm going to get the well, got caught up here. It's the one thing I had about magnet wires, it gets caught up in everything. But what I'm going to do is once we get through here, I'm going to go ahead and get all my wires run. That's the top side. I need to go this way with it. But I'll show you. It's going to come in. It's going to set up on the mounting pegs. Well, where's the... Oh, that's why, because I've got it on the wrong side. That's why. It's late. But what I'll do is I'll get them set up and get all my wires run down, and then what I'll do is I'll let this set overnight, and I'll brace it up to where these will be the nacelles and stuff will be centered and level. That way, you know, when you get them on the ship and stuff, when you get all this mounted on the ship, there won't be any drooping. So, but so on part 6, we'll go back through and kind of touch up what's going on, and get ready to start laying in the sidewalls for the bottom saucer, and laying in a few other things, and get ready to seal her up. So, but alright guys, well that's it for the night, and we'll touch bases with you here in the next day or two, part 6, and go from there. So until then, take care, and we'll see you later.